Hello, I'm Glenn Hairston, and welcome to another Tai Chi Talk. Today's discussion is a bit of a discussion and mostly a question. So the question that I'd like to put to you is, in your opinion, what has changed about Tai Chi that has caused much of its applicational value to have diminished over time? You see, whenever we discuss the old masters of Tai Chi from many, many moons ago, the thing that intrigues everyone was their applicational skill, whether it was Yang Lu Chuan, Yang Ban Hao, or any of the other names that you can put forth. These individuals had the ability to take the Tai Chi principles and concepts and to actually put them into action, to utilize them, to demonstrate how they would be used in actual fighting or combat. And in many cases, they were known to be so skillful that they wouldn't have to actually injure their opponents while fighting with them, just to show the efficacy of Tai Chi. Even today, most Tai Chi practitioners are very proud of their Tai Chi legacy as being the supreme ultimate fist or boxing. However, very few actually study it for that purpose or can apply it in that manner. They state that in this day and age of police and firearms, that the knowledge and skill of Tai Chi application is no longer relevant. However, I firmly believe that knowledge of application, Tai Chi application, is just as relevant as it ever was. Why is it that a martial art like Tai Chi, knowledge of application is no longer relevant, where other martial arts, such as Muay Thai, Silat, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, Sambo, wrestling, etc., still practice applications? If in fact, the fact that we have police and that we have firearms and whatever else made Tai Chi application irrelevant, wouldn't it have done the same for these other martial arts? Sure, we can argue that many of these other martial arts has gone the route of sport. However, so has Tai Chi to a degree, right? We have the push hands tournaments. We have tournaments for forms and weapons and so forth. So I don't really think that's a convincing argument. I think one thing that's been lost is the fact that application isn't just to deal with an opponent, but it's equally as important to your development. You see, Tai Chi, knowledge of Tai Chi application does more than just prepare you for an attacker or an opponent or for a fight. It provides greater insight to proper execution of the movements that you're practicing, whether you're doing the form or push hands or whatever Tai Chi practice you're engaging in. It gives you a reason to know why a certain amount of your weight is shifted to a certain area, front foot or back foot or whatever, why you're using a certain stance, why you're holding your arms and hands in a certain position, and how much of it is fictitious, meaning that, you know, your hand is cupped a certain way. Is it really that way when you use it, or what's the purpose of it to help you do it better? So it has a lot more to do with just fighting. It has to do with your personal development and how to overcome many of the things that just have no use in Tai Chi that has developed over a long period of time, give you a greater understanding of yourself. In other words, training with application in mind brings reality to your Tai Chi training, and not just what's in your mind, what you think you're doing, what you think it's for, what you think you're feeling, what you think you're expressing, but it actually brings it down to earth and gives it a realistic approach so that you can actually and truly develop all aspects of your training. It allows you to practice with confidence and not to feel as though you have to reinvent the wheel every day. For years and years, I've talked to various students who tell me that they had a really great Tai Chi practice one day, and the next day they went to repeat it, and it didn't feel the same, or it didn't work when they went to apply it to find out what was wrong, because they weren't practicing with application in mind. They were just going through movements, a set of movements, and hoping that that was good enough. So if you find that you have to start over every day or regularly, it's just you're trying to find reality in the form, which is a tool, which is a practice. So I think you have to try to look at things from a realistic point of view. Use your imagination. If something were occurring, how would I deal with it? How would this movement be used? Not just in an imaginative how it would be used, but what would really happen? You have to say to yourself, what would really happen? Not just if someone came up and, here, hold my wrist, or put your hand here, a very compliant thing. Think about situations where people are not being compliant, and then ask yourself, what would it take for this move to be effective? And then look at the answers that you start to get then. You see, practicing with application in mind gives your movement clear purpose. It clarifies how you should be moving, not just misconceptions. I mean, if you go to 20 different teachers and look at how they do the form, you'll see 20 different ways of doing things. Which way is correct? Which way is going to move the needle, move you forward, help you further to develop? I will never challenge you to change what you believe or how you do things. But what I will do is challenge you to challenge yourself, because that's where the magic happens. Hey, well, thanks for watching. I'd like to hear your comments, because I think this is a discussion that we need to have, and I think it'll move the needle forward for progressing our Tai Chi. So until next time, thanks for joining me for Tai Chi Talk. Take care, be safe.